Hey crew, I've had the RTX A6000 for about 3 months now, and I've just decided to install some software that would allow me to essentially change the BIOS fan curve from its very, let's say passive fan approach to a slightly more aggressive fan approach to keep the temperatures down slightly. So I have motherboard software that certainly allows me to do that with all my motherboard fans, and you can see that kind of here on the screen. It's really easy to change things and modify your fan curves and all that jazz. So certainly there's got to be something for your GPU, and there is. It's MSI Afterburner, and there's a couple settings that we're going to have to change, but this is what the latest version looks like. So let's go ahead and look at those settings that we want to modify. The first thing that we want to do to make sure that this software essentially starts when Windows starts, and therefore the fan curve is then applied to the GPU on start, is to check on these two boxes here. Start with Windows and start minimize. That way it's not in the way every time you start up your computer. So this is good. The next thing is under user interface. If you're running a 4 or 5K monitor, you're going to have to adjust the scaling. I believe the default scaling's 75%, 50%, 100%, something like that. I went ahead and jumped mine up to 150, so it makes it easy for editing. This is kind of like a convenient thing. And then lastly, if you go to your fan, you can select under fan curve speed, custom, and then change your fan curve profile to something more aggressive or less aggressive if you want less noise. So this curve was much more passive, starting at 30 and then ending about 85C with a very kind of lazy curve. And so I jumped it up from 50 to now 70 at 100%. The other thing too is that the GPU originally at 85C was not set to 100%. So that was kind of interesting. So with this new fan curve, I've dropped my temperatures from 64 to 65 idle to now 48, 44 idle, depending on what I'm doing, or not doing rather. And all in all, this has been a really pleasant piece of software to use. I certainly haven't had to touch or change anything on it since I installed. Generally speaking, when things run cooler, you increase their shelf life. So I'm just trying to get the best bang for my buck out of this RTX A6000. And I would certainly recommend this for anyone who's using the RTX series, RTX like 4000, 5000, 6000 series, A6000 series, 8000 series, and so on, to help reduce your temperature, all the while still not really, creating a whole lot of noise. So that's my take on MSI Afterburner. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe. I can't thank you enough if you watch this video all the way through. And until next time, fight on.